What is going on, you guys? This is FT1 from GamerzSAS, and today I'll be showing you a tutorial on how to make your own very amazing professional looking channel art for your YouTube account. And of course I'll be just giving the template in the description below. Just go check them out, and you could also learn how to make it on your own. So let's just start off with this. So the first thing that you need to do is actually go to your whatever browser you use and download this YouTube channel art guidelines, which is this one. And there are many others, but I prefer this one because it's the best and it's the most simple looking for using. So just go ahead and download that. And the next thing that you will need is some background, which there are some really cool grunge backgrounds, and there are a lot of them, so you can just check them out. Whatever that you like, you can use that. So I have already taken all my stuff here, and for this tutorial we're going to do a Call of Duty channel art template. So if you just do Call of Duty characters PNG, whatever you want, like suppose you want say Just Cause. So if you hit Just Cause and PNG, so you will get all the things that will have transparent background, which is really cool. But for this one we're going to stick with Call of Duty, and that's it. That's pretty much whatever you need here. And I've already got my stuff here, whatever I need. It's so many of them. So let's just do this. Okay, so first in Photoshop, let's just open it up. Not open, sorry, my bad. New, and we're gonna put the resolution 2560 into 1440. This is the resolution that will be there for YouTube channel art. So let's just press OK, and make sure it is transparent background so that we can just work out well with it. Now you're going to drag in the guideline, which I have here, and just click OK for all that stuff. You're just going to make it sit on that. Sorry, wait a minute. Just make that bit proper. Make sure everything fits on properly, and I think so that's good. So then just hit the tick mark here, and there we go. We got to put all the text and logo safe area is this one. This will be visible and all the mobiles and all the stuff here, and this much will be the tablet, and the desktop will be that much. So now we'll just bring in our background here, and I really like this yellow grunge background. That's really cool looking, so I'm just gonna drag that in here, and here we go. So this is gonna be here. So now we want to see where we're going to put our stuff, so we'll just drag the opacity down a bit, and now we can see that pretty easily. So now you got to drag in your pictures. So I'm just gonna take in my Call of Duty ones that I have here. I'm really not a Call of Duty huge fan and all that stuff, but just for the sake of the tutorial we're gonna do one for the Call of Duty stuff. So just align it, and if you want to make it smaller and bigger, just press Ctrl T. So we'll just press Ctrl T and do that one there, and just arrange that in whatever manner you like. And the thing is that you got to make it like simple looking. It shouldn't be too it shouldn't be too advanced and all, because that's not going to be easy to make. And simple always looks really cool. Like the more simpler it is, the best it looks. I'm just gonna drag that one up here. I don't think so, that looks cool. Just drag that here, make that douche there, or maybe we'll just put them down. Okay, wait a minute, and just press Ctrl T again, press Shift and resize it just so that it stays in proportion. And I think so that's good. Next we'll just bring in the rest of this. I got 4 images for this one, is actually like pretty good. So there we go, brought in this one. I personally like this image. It's really cool. Like it's got a 3D feeling to it. We're just gonna hit enter, and there we go. Just bring that in there. Put it however you like it, and then I'm just gonna use 4 images for this one, but yeah, you can use how many ever you want. It doesn't really matter. But thing is, you gotta make it simple looking, and if you know what you're doing, then we are very welcome just to do whatever you like to do. But for now, this is just a normal professional looking for a gaming channel mainly. So let's place that there and just move that. I think so. Just bring that up here. Yep, that looks good. Let's move that there and just let's scale it down a bit. That's good. And there we go. Okay, so now we got all of this here. Now we're gonna put some, wait, which one is it? Yep, it's this one. Okay, so now we're gonna put effects on this one. So let's just put blending options. Right click on the layer and then click blending options. Then you can just play around with several blending options like bevel and emboss, but I really don't like on these things. You can put a stroke, which I'm really going to put, and I recommend putting that one. So just give it a bit of stroke here. It'll make it look really cool. And drop shadow is also recommended for this one. And just put the distance to 0 and then just spread it out a bit. That looks cool. Okay, so now that we got that, you can just right click on this layer and then you can just do, where was it, copy layer style, which is just copy the layer style, and then you can paste the layer style on this one. Then go on to next layer and paste layer style, and then this one, paste layer style. So now you got all your layers having the same kind of style on it. And if you want to see how your thing looks, just turn on the opacity of this one to 100, and that's how it's going to look later on. But for now, I'm just going to turn back down. So now we get enter our text here, and you can just go and check many fonts from 1001fonts.com, and there are a lot of fonts here for free to use, so just check them out, and whichever suits you, you can use that one. See, like lots of them. So I already have my fonts in, and let me just show you one. There's this Bad Grunge regular, which is nice, but I more often like the Passion. Yep, there we go. And then let's write the name here, like let's see. So we need let me just turn on the opacity just for time's sake. Then let's go back in this one and put on the color, and I want something like a darkish, not that much. I think so that'll do good. Let's just write here, let's see, like it should be an accent color. Then we're gonna write like GamerzSAS, but you can write of course your channel's name, and you can do it in your own style, your own different style. Like you should not copy, like it's not recommended that you copy this thing. Like whatever style you like, you can do exactly the same, but I'm just gonna change the color a bit, make it a bit darker, and then hit OK. So now that we got that, we're gonna again go in blending options here, and we're gonna do bevel and emboss. Looks good on this one. And then the contour, we're gonna do bevel and emboss, outer bevel, or you can do inner bevel. Inner bevel looks more better. Then we're gonna put stroke on it, and I like putting texture on it just so that it looks cool. Then we're gonna just put the stroke on like 9. Then we're gonna do a drop shadow, and just put the drop shadow in like near 50. That's good looking. Then we're gonna put the gradient overlay, which will make it look like that. Then in gradient overlay, when you go, make sure this is in linear, and blend mode is linear burn. Then just make it so how much ever you like it, just play around with these numbers and just bring it to the style that you like the most, and I like that pretty much. And let's just hit OK. Then we're going to add some subtitle to your thing, which will of course be in smaller things, so just put 25, and then I'm going to write like whatever I have on my channel art, gaming at its, like you want to give a subtitle which will look really nice, and gaming at its best. So it doesn't fit, as you can see. We're going to just decrease the size of it, and that fits in, and we're just going to enter, make it fit in perfectly. And then we're going to do the same things over here also. Hit blending options, then go bevel and emboss, contour, texture, stroke. You can decrease it actually because it's not that much over here. Then we're gonna put an outer glow and drop shadow also decrease it, and that looks good. Then we're gonna put the gradient overlay and just decrease it also, just so that it fits in and looks good. So now we've got all of this here. We're just gonna mess around with the position of this thing. Okay, so after you have played around with your settings here and made it look just like how you want it to look, you can go on and bring in some effects, and I like this smoke effect behind the characters just so that it looks cool. And we're gonna bring it, wait a minute, just scale it down like till wherever you need it, and then press enter, and then just bring it behind these characters so it'll look like that. I'm gonna just turn the opacity down so that I can see where I'm putting it and how it'll look over there. So that's how it's gonna look like. Oops, wait a minute. And okay, so there's a smoke. We're gonna make it bigger like so, press enter, and then just, you know, make it where you want it, and I think so that'll look good because the down part will not actually come over there. If you don't want that, you can actually just scale it down a bit there, so that'll look good. And then what you want to do is actually duplicate the layer and just press OK over here, then bring this one onto this characters here, and that looks really cool. Now that you've designed all of this, just you never forget that you got to turn on the opacity when you're going to render your photo, and that's how it's going to look like. Final parts, you can just add more effects, but I'm just going to leave it like this because we don't want to make it more complex and congested, and that looks pretty nice, pretty decent. So that will do for it. Let's just see how it's gonna look like. Everything's gonna fit in. That's pretty cool. So just bring this down, and if you want, you can actually delete this, but I'm gonna keep it just so that you can play around with this in the template, and so that you can just do whatever you want and add whatever you want in this thing. So that'll do for this tutorial. Hope you liked it, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you just drop a like and subscribe to GamerzSAS for more awesome amazing gaming content. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram for more amazing updates on our latest news and activities. Until next time, peace.